Oh dear, hello. Oh, chair's not close enough. Why do I never get a chair that wheels anywhere? Oh, I thought it didn't wheel on the carpet, but now it doesn't wheel. Where are we going? Let's have a go. Let's try and get you in. Try and get me in. Hey, Nathan. Oh dear. Oh boy. I've got my coffee. Hi Linda. Hi Munchkin. I'll put my coffee there. I've got a feeling it's going to go whizzing. How am I doing? I'm not doing well today, Nathan. My back is hurting and my knee keeps collapsing. So apart from that, we're having a good day. The weather was beautiful today. I actually got some washing dried. My friend came on Thursday and her and her son put me a new washing line up. Because the washing line was there, I thought it's maybe old, it's maybe been there quite some time. So I replaced it. So I've had my washing out and it's dried everything. And then I washed the conservatory, the base covers. They were very stained actually, so I put them in the washing machine with couple of scoops of that Vanish, and put them on a 60-degree wash, and they seem to have come quite clean. But the backs have got buttons and you can't take the covers off. So I've ordered some Vanish foam and I'm going to take them outside on a nice day. It's supposed to be nice again on Tuesday. And I'm going to scrub them with a scrubbing brush. See if I can get them clean. Yeah. I'm lovely and warm actually, seeing her. It's been quite a nice day today. It's just that I've done too much lifting, so I've put my back out. And I've got a bad back anyway, but I don't like to moan about it. But today it's, not having a good day. So I've got my heat pad behind me, so hopefully we'll be fine. Hi, Chris. And I've chipped my cup. My lovely poppy cup, I chipped it. Ah. Hi, Chris. Hi, Ella. Hi, Sina. Hi, Dottie Gran. Oh, dear. Apart from that, I'm all right. Oh, dear. I went shopping, did a bit of shopping. I've not been out really all week. I did go to Knit Club on Monday, but like I said, I wasn't going to do that journey anymore. Anyway, I brought the little scooter, the folding one. I brought it out of the garage and put it in the hall, so it's charging up. I mean, the garage, that doesn't help me back because I priced an electric one like I had at the other house, 1,500. And as you know, I am not one of the earners on YouTube, so 1,500 would take an awful lot of saving up, yeah. Yeah, I'm sleeping well, more or less. I'm sleeping about the same. I have a couple of days where I didn't sleep, but I can just get up now and read a book because, I don't disturb the dogs or get them to bark or anything. So, excuse me, my back's hurting. Yeah, this bungalow is lovely and warm most of the time. I've put the heating on about an hour ago because I was feeling a little chilly. But I've not had the heating on all day today, which is, been a good day. And most of the time, I only have it on for a short amount of time. Whereas, in the other bungalow, it was on all the time and I was still freezing. So here, it's nice and warm, yeah. And so I popped down to Cleaver's. I needed to get a bit of food in and a few bits and bobs, And hi, Juanita. Hi. So, yeah, it was lovely and sunny when I went down to Cleaver's. I went to Iceland and, the lady was lovely on the till. She most probably could see I was in a lot of pain. And I said, do you have anybody to pack? And she said, I'll pack it for you, love, don't worry. So she packed all my bags for me, which was very nice of her. They don't have to do that, it's not their job. But she did. She could probably tell with my face I was like leaning on the counter, you know. I thought, putting the stuff, they've got very deep trolleys. I don't know whether you find it hard to go to the bottom of your trolley and reach things out and put them onto this conveyor belt. You know, by the time you've done that a few times, yeah. That's the necklace today, Shad. It's sort of gold and red and gold and whatever. I nearly didn't have one on. I haven't had one on all day. And then I just went in and I thought, oh, Shad's going to ask me about my necklace. So I had to go back in the bedroom and I'll put one on. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had one on. I've not had one on all day. Well, that's why I'm charging up. Hiya, Val. Hiya, Ella. That's why I am charging up the folding scooter, because I'm going to use the folding scooter and get on the tram. Because last week I went all the way up to Fleetwood on my big scooter, and the pavements here are like, you know, like that. And they don't have any dips in the curbs, you know. So this time I thought, I'm going to go on my little scooter and I'm going to get the tram. So yes, I will be able to go to my knitting clubs, except the nighttime one, until the daylight comes. When the daylight comes, I'll go. But my scooter's got a light on it, but yeah. Oh, my freezer's not in the garage anymore. It's in the kitchen. It's there. I still haven't got the fridge. I'm managing all right with the little fridge at the moment. Where's it gone? The little fridge, a tiny little fridge there. But I'm managing with it at the minute because I haven't had time to go down and order a new fridge. I know it sounds daft, but I'm just trying to get the house straight, you know, trying to get everything sorted. I'm managing with a little fridge because I'm on my own now, and so I'm not buying as much in food wise, you know. I did go down to Iceland today and bought frozen veggies and things like that to put in my freezer. And I bought some ice cream. Well, actually, it wasn't ice cream. It was those chocolate ice cream things, what they call like magnums. Yeah. Hi, baby. How are you? Yeah, I know. It's hard. I mean, my friend, she lost her husband, what, 3 years ago, and she still finds it hard on certain days. Yeah. Yeah, I've managed, the other day, I managed to put all my clothes, well, most of my clothes, I've found homes for them. I have sorted out a pile that I'm going to put on Vinted, you know, and I'm like, why did you bring all this? Why did you bring this? You don't wear it. Why did you bring it? So I could take it to the charity shop, but then again, you know, I spent so much money on stuff. I mean, even today I bought, what, 8, where's it gone? Where have they gone? That way. Oh, you can't see them, they're behind me. I've bought 8 things, you know, cereal containers, and I've bought 6 glass things, you know, with the lids on to put all my things like the sugar and the oats and the things, you know. I don't want them loose in the cupboards. I mean, I don't have mice, but I don't want to tempt fate by having food loose. So it's things like that that are costing a lot of money. You're buying a bit of this and that, and like buying some screwdrivers because I didn't have any screwdrivers, and buying a step ladder, you know, a little stool thing so I can get into the cupboards at the top. You know, little things like that. It's just buying, buying, buying. So I thought, well, I'll wait while my money comes in March, and then I'll go and see about a fridge. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about a new wardrobe. I've got enough clothes. Rose was on. I don't think she's been on since I've moved. No, she was on before I moved. Yeah, she's not been making as many videos actually, has she? Yeah. So, but it was lovely in Cleveland today. It was absolutely beautiful. As I say, the washing all dried on the line, which is like, hey, you know, who needs a tumble dry when you've got sunshine? No, I moved, baby. Moved down to Cleveland's, yeah. Yeah, well, it's only a tiny little fridge, but I'm managing all right at the moment. I'm not buying loads of stuff in because I'm just kind of buying and eating, if you know what I'm saying. Um, Anything else has gone into the freezer, you know. Like I bought some fresh chicken the other day. There was three. Actually, I have heard from Trev. He actually sent me a message. Um, Not yesterday, day before. I did hear from Trev, funnily enough. Funnily enough, let me tell you what he said. Where are we going, Trev? Doo, 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 doo. He said, "Hello, Jan, I am still unwell. The side effects of the drugs," I presume he means the drugs that he's been taking for his illness. I don't think it's recreational ones. "The side effects of drugs are hitting me hard. I will phone you when I feel better." Yeah. So I did hear from Trev. No, not Cleveless, Cleveliz. Thank God. Clevel. All right. Have I missed my wood burner? Not at all. Not at all. The wood burner was a pain in the backside. You were either roasting too hot or you were freezing, and it was messy, the ashes and stuff everywhere, and it burnt through wood at a rate of knots. It wasn't economical at all. The people who've bought me bungalow are saying, "Oh, I love it." I thought, you won't love it when you have to clean it out. Mine burnt. I don't know whether the settings were wrong on it, but it burnt through logs, absolutely. You know, 3, 4 logs in an evening and gone, you know. I didn't have a hard time lighting it, really. It was just that it was burning too hard. I never got the setting quite right, you know, just to glow. It was like roaring and you were like sweating, or it went out and you were freezing. You know, there were no happy medium in that. But here, honestly, this bungalow is so warm. It's so warm, yeah. Oh, it's lovely, this wool. They don't do it anymore. Can you see it's got a bit of a sparkle in it? Absolutely gorgeous it is, but they don't do it. I made this cardigan and I thought, oh, I'd like another colour. But I must have got, I did buy it on Berry Market, and he does tend to get ends of lines of things, you know, a bit like in America where you have these uh, yarn sale things where you get the ends of lines, yarn, what did it call it? There's a name for it, isn't there? Did you watch Amora? She did Berry Market, yeah. I didn't see her at the Blackpool wool thing. She did a lovely video about it, but I didn't see her. I must have been having that awful cream tea. Mill ends, that's the one. We don't have things like that in England. But Berry Market used to get yarn and it would not have a label on it. You knew what it was, but it wouldn't have a label on it. And I got this I got the full pack, and it was really cheap, but oh, it's lovely and it's washed lovely. But they don't do it. Because my friend said to me, "Oh, will you make me one?" I said, "I can't get the wool." I said, "I can make you one in a single colour, but it won't be as nice, you know, because I think everybody likes this because of the sparkle. And it's not too sparkly that you can't wear it during the day." Oh, hi, Lizzie. Yeah. But My garage door isn't helping me back because it's really heavy. It's an up and over and it's really heavy when I'm pulling it down. You have to practically swing on it to pull it down. But I went out on my scooter today, so that hurt me back. So I thought, right, I've got room in my spare bedroom at the minute to keep my little scooter in there, yeah. It's called the Mill Store, yeah. It is quite expensive in a way, but it's nice to get closer to my style. Um, they do things that are very more, that's not very good English, is it? That are more boho-y and more along my style, yeah. No, I don't have any stairs. I'm all on one level. I mean, I didn't go up the stairs before, Juanita. The upstairs was belonging to my son and my daughter-in-law. So I didn't go up the stairs there. But there's no stairs here. But I like it because it's so warm. I didn't realise just how cold the other place was until it's warm, yeah. Oh, yeah, Val, remind them all. Thumbs up, please. Thumbs up. Hi, Jackie M. Yeah, hit the thumb. Well, don't hit your thumb because it might be painful, but you know what I mean. I always do a thumbs up. When I start watching somebody's video that I know I'm going to like, before I even really get into the video, I always remember to do the thumbs up because I watch on the telly most of the time, but you can still do the thumbs up even if you're on the telly. Yeah. I've just been watching Jeanette, yeah. She was showing what she'd bought at the Blackpool shows. Yeah, I'm happier in the warm, yeah. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a different thing, yeah. I mean, I'm in such a mess. You could see my carpet needs the hoover. Tomorrow is Hoover and Mop Day. I mean, I'm not straight, but I've decided it's Hoover and Mop Day. I cannot look at the fluff on the carpet anymore. I've been putting it off because, like, the carpet's been full of stuff. So I've been, like, moving things. And I'm like, I'll hoover when I've done. But I've decided, I sat there tonight and how far from my son? A very, very long way because he's in Spain. Hi, Connie. Yeah. So I need to hoover. And I need to start I've been concentrating on tidying the lounge. I've been concentrating on tidying my bedroom. So everything has got dumped into the spare bedroom. So, yeah. And when I get me unit up, I keep going the wrong way, don't I? There, it's going there behind where that blank wall is. He's in Spain, that's all I can tell you, baby. I'm not going into any details because he doesn't want me to. So, it's been a lovely sunny day here, seaside, but tomorrow and Monday is forecast rain. Oh, settling in, I think it'd be next year, Dottie, before I settle in. Honestly. Yeah, I'm not going into anything about my family because they don't want me to say. So that's the reason why I am not saying anything. And I would appreciate if you don't ask because they don't want anybody. Yeah. Yeah, I get sunshine in this house, which I never did in the other. Yeah. Whoever sending me a message, hello. Yeah, it's sunny in the back in the mornings in my conservatory. Yeah, the narrowboat pirate, she's in Portugal, I think. Yeah, yeah. So it's nice in the mornings. I've got a tiny little, Yeah, I met one neighbour next door with the one with the Porsche. I met him. Very nice neighbours because I needed him actually. I bought a step stool, like a caravan step they call it. It's just a little step up so I can get to the top of the cupboards. And of course it came in bits. And it didn't come with a spanner, and I didn't have a spanner to tighten up the nuts. So I had to ask my neighbour, and he was very nice. He tightened it up for me. Very nice neighbour. So yeah, I haven't met my next door that joins me. Apparently he's a bit of a recluse and nobody ever sees him. So, but he's very quiet. I don't hear a peep out of him, which is nice. I was dreading, having deaf neighbours with a loud telly or something like that. But I never hear him. Never hear him. Yeah, I've got poppies. I've got mats. You can't see them from my big head. Behind my condiments there, I've got a set of dinner mats and little coasters with poppies on. I haven't undone them yet. They're still there because my table's just full of rubbish here. My little table that I'm going to use, to eat on when I can find it. It's, when you're moving in and you don't know what to do with something, so you just put it down somewhere. Well, this table has just got put down somewhere, So I think maybe by March 2026, I might be straight, yeah. I found my sparkly glasses case. I bought Kylie Minogue glasses, which I got from Specsavers, and don't bother going to Specsavers because they're absolute rubbish. I got my Kylie Minogue glasses that I can't flipping wear because they're no good, because I've never been able to see through them since I got them. Not going back to Specsavers, no way. Right. Have I done much cooking? Yes. I enjoyed the wool show. It was only a small show, but if you watched Jeanette, which is a Crafty Clegg, she was saying it was big enough for her, yeah. Have I done cook? Yeah, cook all my own stuff now, yeah. Yeah. Oh, today I did something to my knee. Could I find my knee supports? Could I? No, couldn't find them. Anyway, I managed to find one. Yeah. Managed to find 1 minute. It's not the knee I had operated on. It's the one that I need a new knee. With all this bending, stretching, lifting, shifting, I've done my back and I've done my knee. So tomorrow, maybe I might have a rest day. Although I've got so much to do. Can't really afford a rest day. Maybe I should just concentrate on finishing off my bedroom. The curtains are too long in the bedroom. They're the ones that he left behind. And every time I draw the curtains, they knock everything off my dressing table. So I'm going to have to sort that out. But I can't get up to take them down. I'm no good on a ladder. Maybe I can pin them up, with safety pins, just as a temporary measure. Because every time I draw them too, they knock everything off the dressing table. I went to Knit Club on Monday and I went on my big scooter, and it was just, my back was wrecked when I got there. So I've got my little scooter charging up. I'm going to go on the tram, but it's supposed to be raining. I'll have to find I've got a rain cape, but I don't know where it is. It's in the garage somewhere. Oh, don't go there. Well, I could if I could take them down to iron them seaside, but I can't get to them. No, they've changed my medication now. They put me on Mounjaro, but I'm not on the dosage that makes you lose weight. Yeah. Although I have lost some weight, but I think it's with all this moving. I had to go for an endoscopy on Wednesday, which they were lovely. They really were lovely, because last time I couldn't swallow the tube. They couldn't do it because I could not swallow it. So I told them all of this, and I said I needed to be sedated and everything. Anyway, they found the tiniest little camera that they use on little ones, children or babies. So they managed to get that down, and I didn't throw up, gag or anything. It was great. So it just shows, if you explain why, you can't swallow this. Because as you know, I've had throat surgery. Well, I don't know whether you know or not, but I had throat surgery years ago. And what happens when you have your throat lasered is it stiffens everything up. So what expands and contracts once it's been lasered, it doesn't. So I have a very narrow throat. I have trouble swallowing, which is one reason why I had the endoscopy, but we won't go into that. Anyway, that's why they needed this small tube. So it's fine, yeah. Munjara, that's what all these stars are taking to lose weight. But my dosage isn't the weight loss dosage. My dosage is just to keep my blood sugars level. And everything was fine because it was 6.2 when they did my finger prick test at the hospital. So obviously I am managing my diabetes quite well. Yeah. So, no, I'm not taking it to lose weight. I don't want to. Well, I want to lose weight, but I want to lose weight on my own. I don't want to lose it through chemical reasons, because when you lose it with the Munjara, when you stop the Munjara, it all comes back on again, which is one thing they don't tell you. So these people who are paying like £100 and odd for a jab and that, the minute they stop paying and they think, oh, I'm down to my weight, and the minute they stop paying and they stop taking the Munjara, boom, all the weight comes back on again. But, they don't tell you that because they want you to keep buying it, don't they? So, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is. It does control the sugar levels, and that's what it does. The dosage I am on, there's different levels. You dial it up, and there's different levels that you dial it to. So the dosage that I am on is not the weight loss one. Just in case you think you're going to be seeing Twiggy in the next few months, because you're not. I mean, I still want to lose weight because it's better for my back and it's better for my joints, and I need a new hip as well. I sound like a right old moaning mini, don't I, today? But never mind. But less weight would help. Yeah, I've got to inject it myself. Yeah. No, it's not. This new one has not made me feel ill at all. The other one was making me feel sick all the time. But I can honestly say that this one isn't. Although I am eating light and, God, it sounds like I've been to the doctors and telling you all the ailments. I've got gallstone. Yeah, don't want it operated on. Don't want it ever. But I've been eating lighter. I've been staying away from anything greasy. I've been eating lighter, so that helps as well. Yes, my dollhouse is in pride of place in the second bedroom. It's not been painted yet, but there's hope for it now. It's actually in the second bedroom, yeah. Yeah. So the furniture's come as well. I said to my friends with young boy, I said, if you feel like painting, let me know. I said, you paint my dollhouse. I've got the purple paint. Well, it's sort of like aubergine, because pink is not my colour. So the dollhouse is pink at the minute. And it wants the windows painting because the windows are plastic and they've gone slightly yellowed. Obviously, it's been played with. There's a little bit of wood missing on it, but it'll have to stay. I'll just paint over it. I'm not to a little bit of wood, yeah. So it will need wallpapering and it will need some kind of carpets, yeah. Yeah, it's not. Well, I did bring it into the house, but it was in a place where I couldn't actually paint it. You're in school while you watch it. Well, you better not be watching it while you're supposed to be working, EB. Yeah. You better get on with what you're supposed to be doing, dear. I don't want to be accused of taking you away from your studies. Yeah. But I've only done about 3 rows of crochet. Oh, there were some beautiful knitted shawls at that knit show. Oh gosh. But I can't knit on circular needles. I just can't. I can't knit free. So I cannot do these, these beautiful knitted shawls. Because you've got 600, 800 stitches on some of them. But there were some beautiful ones. I mean, somebody's just finished one. Who's just finished one? I was watching it the other day. It was a Stephen West one. I think it was Karen, from Stitches and Jacks. She's just finished a lovely one. It's like well, not me for pink, but shades of pink starting off, and then it goes to a darker, almost maroon colour at the bottom. Beautiful. But you can tell how many stitches she must have had on at the end. Must take you about an hour to do a row. I mean, they are beautiful, but I know I'd never do one. Crocheting. I've only done about 3 rows, I think, since you saw it last. I just haven't had time. Oh no, some of them are too much. Some of them. Some of his shawls I like. The plainer ones I like, but some of the ones. I mean, I watch what's he called, Knit 365, Martin, and he's just done one, but it's like in pink and green, and I thought it was very garish. It's not like him. He normally goes for subtle colours. Yeah. This shawl, I'm using up. I bought some cones. I've still got them in the keep saying in the shed garage. Denise from Dear Designs had bought these cones, and they were at half price, and they were really cheap. They're acrylic. So I bought 5. And I made a cardigan with this. And I've got so much left over. Not enough, I don't think, to start another cardigan. So I thought, well, I'll start a shawl because, once the yarn's finished, it's finished, isn't it? You've run out of it. You just stop the shawl, don't you? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'm just doing the virus shawl. I want to do another blue curacao shawl. That's the one by Doris Chan. They're beautiful. But do you know, the last I made, I don't know how many of these blue curacao shawls. And yet when I started it last time, I couldn't do it. I couldn't concentrate. Maybe it was where my headspace was at the time. Let me pattern. This is a pattern by, what's she called? It'll come to me in a minute. And she did the pattern because I can work off a chart. Other people have worked off the YouTube, but I work off a chart. What's she called? Oh, it'll come to me in a minute. She used to make loads and loads of videos, but she hasn't made any for a while, actually. Lisa Pine Notes. This is her. I use in her charts, yeah. She used to make some beautiful, beautiful videos, and I don't know why. Maybe she still does. Maybe I just have missed them. YouTube has a habit of unsubscribing you from things. You suddenly think, oh, I haven't seen so-and-so for ages. And then you look and you're not subscribed, and you think, well, I haven't unsubscribed. But a lot of people, that I used to watch, she's coping, but she doesn't look so clever, does she? I know she's coping, and I do hope everything turns out well for her. I mean, she seems to have lost her eyelashes and her eyebrows now, doesn't she? It's, finding another tumour's not good, is it? Still, we should be positive for her. We shall be positive. So many people I know got cancer. It's like, oh. Anyway, thankfully my endoscopy didn't show any signs of it, because that's what my doctor was a bit worried about. But apparently, no signs of cancer. Other things, but no signs of cancer. So, yeah, she's got a lovely sense of humour, does our Leslie. Yeah. Yeah. So I watched Leslie today, and I watched Jeanette. And I did watch some of Karen, although I didn't finish hers. Not because I got bored, it was just that I decided that I was doing something else instead. Who else did I watch? Can't remember who else I watched. 2, 4, 6. Aha, that's why it's wrong. It's wrong there, isn't it? I'm going 2, 4. I've only got 9 when I should have 10. Luckily, I'm only here, so I can go back here. Yeah, Catherine, I don't know what's happened to Catherine. Two, 4, 6, 8. I only did 9 and I should have done 10 there. Britain's Got Talent. No, I don't watch that. It's like Britain's got no talent to me. I just can't watch it when, they're on and they're talentless and it's embarrassing and you're thinking, oh, God, why don't they screen them and why do they let them go on? Yeah. No, I got embarrassed for the people that were on it when they couldn't sing and, I used to cringe, yeah. Hi, Denise. I don't watch any reality shows or anything like that. I can't be doing with them. Britain's got no talent and I'm a celebrity or I'm not a celebrity. I've never heard of you, get me out of here. I was watching somebody or other and they were covering the red carpet for Bridget Jones' film. And they were saying like, they didn't know half of the people who were on this red carpet because they were, sort of these celebrities and that from things like The Only Way is Essex and stuff like that, and they didn't know anything who they were. Yeah, I only watched the rerun with Susan Boyle. I didn't watch it actually on the day. I don't watch it. I don't watch Saturday Night Live. I don't watch anything like that, Naked Attraction or anything. Don't watch any of it. It's all a load of junk to me. I used to like the British Sewing Bee when they made garments that were like wearable. But then it went ridiculous and they started making really silly things that you wouldn't wear. I preferred it when they were making what I call normal clothes. That you wouldn't be, you could like walk down the street in. I mean, I used to watch the London School of Fashion on YouTube at one time, but it's gone silly. Some of the catwalks are ridiculous, aren't they? I prefer the couture people, who, yeah, they make stuff that I couldn't wear because A, I wouldn't be able to afford it, and B, it's a little bit over the top, but they're all eminently wearable stuff, and I like watching them. But when you watch things that are just made to shock you, I think. And I'm thinking, what on earth is that about? Who on earth would wear that except for Sam Smith? He's the only idiot that would wear it, isn't he, really? Me, there and them. Oh, don't get me started. I'm going to bake again. I haven't baked in 4 years, but it'll come back to me. I've got a mixer. I haven't had a chance since I've been here. I was going to make some scones the other day, or scones, or whatever you want to call them. But I haven't had time. I know it sounds daft. It takes me so long to do the smallest task. You know, I started off like work for 10 minutes, sit down for 5, but it's kind of got to work for 5 and sit down for 10 at the moment, you know. I have to have a chair, you know, to keep sitting on. I can't do anything, yeah. Oh, Joe Good, as she called, Joe. Yeah, I watch her all the time. Yeah, she does a radio show. Yeah, I watch her every. She's on a Sunday. She puts a new one on Sunday. Yeah, I just need somebody to just put everything in its place while I sit there and direct. Put that there. Put that there. I tell you, if I ever move again, it'll be because I've won the lottery. And then I will get the removal people to pack everything up for me and to unpack it all for me at the other end. Yeah. I watch a lady, like we were talking about ladies, she's in London. Well, actually, she's in Brighton. She's got alternative aging. And she's all the stress of moving. And she had everybody pack everything up for her. Everything was packed. Oh, Dave, yeah, he's lovely, and he's in LA at the moment. He almost lost his apartment because of the fire in LA. That Dave, yeah. Yeah, Joe Good, she's called. She used to be an actress at one time, not a big actress, but she does a radio show. I think it's Friday night, Saturday night on Radio 1. She's also been on the telly just recently. She's been doing fashion, you know, for the over 60s or whatever. She's been on ITV. Doing this. Yeah, she's got a bulldog who's called Myrtle. Myrtle. Yeah. I watch a lot of people. I've been watching a young lady called Ava P. Aver, Ava P. Only because she's just moved. And I'm like sympathising with her because she's doing up this house, her and her boyfriend. So I kind of drifted into her because of her moving, but she's fit, young, fit and active. She's ripping skirting boards up and painting everywhere, you know. I suppose I was like that when I first moved in the first place, when I first got married, you know. I was fit and, I was pregnant when we moved into our house. And, but I was still able to do painting and bits and pieces, you know. Because when you're pregnant, it's not an ailment, is it? You know, you just get a bit handicapped by your belly in the way. But apart from that, you're all right. I had a wonderful pregnancy. I had a terrible birth, but a wonderful pregnancy. I was fit and healthy. So, you know, we decorated and painted everywhere. Elise, yes, I do. Yes, she's thinking of moving, isn't she, Elise? She does get on my nerves a bit sometimes, though, Elise, because she's like all the clothes she has. I mean, I know I've got a lot of clothes, but she's got, oh. And she's like, oh, I can't bear to part with it. And I'm like, at least you've got more clothes than you. If you wore 3 outfits a day for a year, you wouldn't use all your outfits. But I mean, I can't understand, like, she's Joe Lynette, yeah. Joe Lycett. Oh, he's nice, Joe Lycett, yeah. He's so funny, isn't he? Oh, she's a lovely girl, yeah, but she's always like, oh, I'm exhausted, I'm working so hard. And I'm like, get a real job, you'd know what it is. I mean, all she does is take photos, doesn't she, and put them on her web page. She's even shut the shop down now. Yeah, I've got all my summer clothes. I've got one of those up and over beds, that you store things under. You have to lift it up. And so I've got all my summer things in underneath the bed because I haven't got room to have all my wardrobe out at once. So I'll swap them over and bring my summer clothes out. But the thing is, everything's been packed up since November. So I'm bringing all these tops out and they're all screwed up because they've been. Anyway, I've just hung them in the wardrobe. Shall iron them as I need them. Yeah, I did say iron, yeah. I mean, I never needed to iron anything before because it used to get washed and put in the. She's still using the shop, but she only opens it now and again. I mean, she keeps saying, I haven't got the time and I haven't got this and I haven't got that. And yet she spends half her time buzzing around second-hand shops, doesn't she? I mean, she's got time to open the shop. She doesn't know she's born, that girl. She's so tired and she's so this and she's working so hard and obviously she doesn't know hard work. I mean, how can you have a shop like that and pay all that rent and then not use it? It's silly, isn't it? We're talking about a girl called Elise Bush. She's in Denmark, I think, yeah. Yeah, I've got a steamer. It's all right if you've just got light creases, but if you've got heavy creases, it doesn't work. I mean, I've got a steamer, but I prefer to use an iron. Steamer's all right if you just got one little crease. Yeah, the laundry. I always did my own laundry anyway. Groceries. I've just been. My niece took me for um, big shop, and I went down to Iceland today and got some stuff. Yeah, yeah. She makes loads of money on YouTube. This is what makes me laugh. Is they moan and groan, and yet they're making loads. I don't make any money off it. I don't. I'd love to make money on on YouTube. Then I could go and buy me free fridge tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. They don't own on Sunday, but you know what I mean. Shatter your dreams. What dreams, Jackie? What dreams are you doing? Oh, a steamer. They're all right for little bits and bats, yeah. But they're no good. If I bought a big steamer, in fact, got rid of it. It was a big steamer on a pole thing like that. It hurt me back because I couldn't sit down and use it. Yeah, I've had to stand. I can't stand to do anything. I'm just pathetic. If I can't do it sat down, I don't do it. Whereas I can do the ironing sitting down. I miss my decking. I used to sit out on my decking with my ironing, listen to the birds singing and sit in the sun and do my ironing. It was gorgeous, yeah. Maybe I can do it here, even though I've only got a yard. I've got a friend, some of you do watch her. She's Manchester Mudlarks, Sarah. And I said, she has this allotment as well, and she grows veggies. I don't know why, because she doesn't eat vegetables. But I said to her, right, you can come and get me organised with some raised beds, because I can't, it's just one day I'll show you. I can't do a bungalow tour because it's just a mess everywhere at the minute. But I've only got a yard, it's all flagged. So it's very, very boring out there. So I need something. I'll need some pots and some flowers or something like that. Otherwise, it's very grim out there. So I've said to you, you can start me off with some raised beds. Then I can perhaps have some flowers. It's not as windy here, so I might be able to get one of those plastic greenhouses, the ones that blew away. My aim would be one day to have a summer house. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? But who's got the money for a summer house? Not me. Never mind. It's lottery night tonight. You never know. I might be not here next week. I might be on a cruise somewhere. I'll be on that good ship Murder, won't I? When I look, yeah. Oh, my decking, it was lovely out there. I really miss that. My little birds that used to live in the hedge. And every time I went out, they used to start making such a racket, if you remember. On every video, they never made a noise until I started making a video. The minute I started talking on the video, they'd start chirping up. Here we only get seagulls. Yeah, we don't win the lottery, yeah. I'll have an interior designer coming here and decorate my whole house in boho. Oh, yeah, I loved hearing the birdies, yeah. All we ever got at the other house was squawky seagulls because we were so close to the sea. I can't hear the sea crashing here. You used to go in the backyard where I used to live before, and all you could hear was the sea crashing, crashing. I used to like the waves until I moved here. Well, there's such a thing as an overload of crashing waves. Of course, it was the Mediterranean, lovely, warm, blue sea that you could go and dip your feet in. But here, you don't know what's in that water. It looks very unappetizing. I actually won last week on the lottery. I can't think I think it was about £20 I won. That's my boiler, by the way, if you're wondering what that noise is. I put the heating on. It's good here, though. I only have to have it on 15, whereas I used to have it on 20 at the other house, and it wasn't warm. But it's a bit of a noisy boiler. This is the only snag. But the kitchen is the only place I've got room for my desk and my computer. I haven't got room for it in my lounge. I did think about putting it into my spare bedroom, but then I thought, well, then I wouldn't have had room, for a sofa bed if I'd have put the desk in the spare bedroom. So that's why he came in the kitchen. I'm sure you don't mind being in the kitchen. But the kitchen's one of the biggest rooms in the house, funnily enough. I think it's been extended at some stage. I don't think it was this big in the first place. When I look at the other bungalows, they have smaller kitchens than this one. When it's all tidied up, when I get the new thing, oh, I keep going the wrong way there. I've got a white unit, like an old kitchenette dresser coming. But my friend's husband's going to put it together for me. But of course, he works at the weekends. It's only every now and again he has a weekend off. So I'm at his mercy, really. I've got to wait until he's got time to put it up for me. So it'll get put up eventually. That's one thing, as you get older, you learn patience. You know, when you're younger, you want everything done yesterday. Yeah. No, no, that wasn't my chair. That was their chair. So it wasn't mine to have. So that went ages ago. Yeah. No, I've just washed this. I bought a wicker conservatory furniture from the people who were here before, but the seating was old and stained anyway. I washed the bottom covers; they're on the line at the moment, and I put them on a 60-degree wash with some of that vanishing. Anyway, they seem to have come up quite clean. They're very faded, but I don't mind that because it gives it character, and it's like faded chintz, yeah. But the back cushions are actually, you can't take the covers off. They're sort of like buttoned to, so I'm going to have to wait for a nice day and take them outside and give them a good scrub by hand. So that's what I shall do. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Enjoy your doggy walk. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I hope it doesn't rain on Monday because I want to use my little scooter. It's quite a way to the tram stop. It isn't in my big scooter, but the big scooter won't go on the tram, you see. So, and if you could see the garage, the garage is just piled high with bags. So I don't know where the cover is for my scooter. Something keeps going bump, bump, and everywhere's locked up, so I know it's not here. I've got my ring door, but I couldn't set it up. It would not accept my card. It was being a pain. My friend was trying to set it up for me the other day. And it kept saying, your card has been declined. And yet it was telling me it was going through the bank. Anyway, eventually they cancelled it. So I've got to start all over again. I don't know why it wouldn't go through. The bank kept saying they were paying it. And they kept saying they hadn't got it. So. And they kept saying, we could do it for you. And I thought, no, I'm not giving her any more details, especially when the bank said it was going out. Anyway, what's everybody working on? I'm working on this shawl, as you can see. What keeps clicking? It's probably the fridge. I've not got used to the noises of this house. You know, when you keep hearing something going, you're like, what's that? What's that? I've still only got 31 thumbs up and 45 people in, so somebody's not got their thumb in the air. It makes no difference to me. Well, it does, but it does to YouTube. YouTube has what they call algorithms, and if people are putting thumbs up, it makes YouTube think, oh, there's a YouTube channel that we haven't seen before. So they may then recommend you to other people. And that's how come your channel grows. Well, my channel never grows because people forget to put the thumbs up. I don't know my next door neighbour that's attached to me. I haven't seen him. He's a bit of a recluse, apparently. But I know the ones that are share the drive with. They're very nice, yeah. People in general seem very friendly here. I was in the other house and knew nobody and no neighbours. Nobody said anything. I tried to neighbour and they just didn't. But here, you know, anybody passing by, they're all chatty. I mean, I think you call them did you call them a duplex? The two houses attached to each other, or two bungalows attached to each other. I'm not in an apartment, no, no. I've never lived in an apartment. I've never lived in a flat, as we call them. I like a front door and a back door. That's one thing I don't like about apartments. You only have one door. You're making a hexy cardigan. I haven't got any projects lined up. I'm going to make some more of those multicoloured shawl things. I think I told you the four I'd made went to an old folks' home. The owner, I own the house. There is no grass. It's not rented, Mimi, and there isn't any grass. Sadly, I have no grass anymore. Well, I'm not sad because I don't want to cut it, but no, there's no grass. I've got flagstones, which are very bleak, very boring out the back. That's why I want some flowers or something. No, I bought the house. It's not rental. That's another thing I've never done. I've never lived in a rental house. I've always I bought a house when I got married, and I bought a house ever since. 2, 4. I left all my teapots behind. They were on a stand on the wall. I hope she's enjoyed them. I just had 2 tea. I bought them actually when I was making tea cozies for a craft fair, which they didn't sell, so I didn't make any more. I don't drink tea, so I don't have a teapot. Well, I do actually have a teapot. It belongs to my Green Week set. Yeah, I thought, oh, people would buy a tea cozy, but no, they didn't. It's like people say, oh, make dog coats, they'll sell. They wouldn't, because dogs are come in a million different sizes. So I know what would happen if I made a dog coat. Oh, can you make one for my dog? And then you'd have to measure the damn dog, wouldn't you? And make it to fit that dog. They're not like one size fits all, are they, you know? Or I'd get somebody who got an Alsatian who'd want one, you know. That'd be an awful lot of knitting and crocheting. If I made dog coats, I'd make them for a Chihuahua. A teacup one. I'm going to make some shawls when I get to my bits. But I need a nice day because I need to take all the bags out of the garage and put them all on the drive. Then I need to put the shelving up. And then when I put the shelving up, then I can arrange the wool. So it's going to be a big job. 2-man job, really. 3-man job, maybe. I mean, my friend has volunteered her son when it's school holidays. I don't think he wants to do it, but she's volunteered him. I mean, my son helped me to do this when I did all the wool, arranging the wool in the shed. But my son actually put the shelves up for me. I mean, they are plastic shelves, they just slot together. But I've not actually seen the garage empty, really. So I don't actually know what it looks like underneath them. I take all the wool out, yeah. Hopefully it's dry. Hopefully. I've got the end of my Pepsi. Oh, it's still fizzy. It's from last week, so I didn't think it'd be fizzy. I look at life straight in the eye. Yeah, I've been watching Mrs. D with all her videos. She's been doing one a day, hasn't she? Except for weekends, she doesn't do weekends. Hi, Ethan. Oh, it will be a lot of work. It took me ages when I did the shed. And I've got the same problem as I had in the shed, no light. There's a fluorescent tube in this garage here, but it doesn't work. The lights don't work. One day I'll need an electrician, but it's not going to be a crafting space anyway. It's only going to be a storage space. So if I need any wool, I'll have to go in with a torch or I'll go in the daytime. Here, when I get sorted, I'll have a craft room where I can put my sewing machine and everything. And I've actually got a knitting machine in there that needs sorting out and cleaning, yeah. I couldn't do it in the shed. It wanted a good clean, and then I wouldn't have been able to see what I was doing because the shed only had one window and it was pretty dark in there. Hence, if I'm rich and I want a summer house, because summer houses are all glass, aren't they? Maybe a greenhouse. I'll sit in a greenhouse. Yeah, well, I've got my mannequin. That's actually buried somewhere in the garage, but I can put that in my craft room or I've actually got a hallway here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Murphy bed, but they're quite expensive, aren't they? I'm going to go for a sofa bed, hopefully a second-hand one. There's a couple of furniture places here that do like ex-catalogue or things that get returned and stuff. And they clean everything, make sure everything's really clean before they sell it on. So I'd like a sofa bed because I don't want a bed there all the time because this, the craft room stroke bedroom isn't that big. By the time I get my sewing machine in there and my bits and bats and stuff in there, I won't have like a wall of wool or anything. I'm not planning on, putting wool in there. Like some people have like a wall of wool behind them. I don't like loose wool. Um, it tends to get dusty, dirty, spiders, moths, whatever. I prefer to keep mine like covered up, yeah. Yeah, the people who've moved in the old bungalow, they want a dishwasher. We never had one. We never there was one in when we moved in, so we had it took out. We don't use them. I've never had a dishwasher. Don't want one. A bit of a waste when you live on your own, aren't they? Having a dishwasher. You've got a family, fair dues, and you cater. You do a lot of baking and stuff. But they take a lot of water, don't they? And I presume they take a lot of electric as well, yeah. About like tumble dryers, aren't they? Oh, it came with the house, yeah. I did look at them, but they're quite expensive. You'd have to have it fitted properly, wouldn't you? Otherwise, it might fall down. I know people who live in these tiny houses, they tend to have Murphy beds, don't they, and stuff. There was a Murphy bed in a caravan once when we rented to go on a holiday, yeah. I don't know if I'm on a water meter, do you know? I don't know. No, I've never wanted a dishwasher. It's funny, isn't it? One thing I've never wanted, Chris. I've never had a kitchen. A Murphy bed, it goes up into the wall and it looks like a unit. And you just let it go down when you want it. But it's like stacked up against the wall. It folds up into the wall. Um, yeah, one of the caravans we stayed in had a Murphy bed. I would like one of those, but they're expensive. When I win the lottery, there's a lot of things I'm going to do. If I win the lottery, you see, I could have a summer house and I could have one out there, put my guests out in the yard, couldn't I? Oh dear. If you Google it, it'll show you what they look like, but they're quite expensive. But most tiny apartments have them because they don't have room to have a bed down all the time. Some of them are posh, they look like bookcases on the other side, yeah. I've never been in a bookies. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, once upon a time, we were going to put a bet on, for the Grand National. And somebody said, "You go in, Jan, you go in the bookies." I went to the door, looked in, and there was all these men in there all lounging about. Of course, they were all smoking back in the day then, and I thought, "Oh, I'm not going in there." I came back, I said, "I'm not going in." said, if you want to put a bet on, you go in. I'm not going in. You couldn't see across the room for smoke. They were all watching the telly, waiting to see if the horses came in. I'm like, no. Oh gosh, that's one thing. Another thing I've never had a telly in my bedroom. I don't want. My son said when I moved in the other house, did I want one? I said no. I'm in a bungalow, which is like a single-story house. I've never lived in an apartment, Shad. Never. I'd hate to be up in the air or have to go up in a lift or something. No, I've never been in the buckies. I only went to the door and I wouldn't go in. I've never been in a snooker hall either. Yeah, all on one floor. That's what a bungalow's all on one floor. No stairs. I don't know what you call them. The bungalows in Canada, but I don't know what you call them in America. You probably call it a single-story house, do you, or whatever? No, I've never been in a snooker hall. Never played pool. I've never lived ever. I did play darts a few times. Never any good at it. I was lucky if I hit the board. I didn't have a good eye for anything like that. My mother hated. She liked snooker in her old age, but when she was younger, they used to call it billiards, and men who went into billiard halls were usually like idle layabouts. And she used to say, "Oh, he's no good. He goes in the billiard hall and all that." And then when she was old, she started to love snooker. I don't know what the difference was. She was a big fan of Hurricane Higgins. I actually saw him one time, but he was in his decline, if you know what I mean. He looked really, really ill, and he died not long after, actually. He was playing snooker in a hall near me. I've never enjoyed watching snooker. It's like that with cricket either. I don't like sports. I've decided I just don't like sport. Some people do like sports, don't they? A ranch. Now, to me, a ranch would be somewhere where you keep horses. If you said you owned a ranch, I'd be thinking you had loads of land and horses. No, I just don't. I used to like athletics when I was young, and then I used to do high jump, long jump, relay, stuff like that. But when I did my knee and that all went through the wall, No, I've just never been sporty. I've always been crafty rather than sporty. Anything to do with craft is me. Nothing to do with sport. I think you're either sporty or you're not. I'm not competitive. That's my trouble. Some people are fiercely competitive in anything they do, and I'm not. I just do my best with what I'm doing, but I'm not competitive. Even at school, my mother used to go mad with me because I wasn't competitive at school. Don't you want to be top of the class? Like, no. I used to do my best, and that was it. That's all you can do, innit? I don't want to get my knickers in a knot, just because I'm not top of the class or something. Doesn't worry me. No, I don't want to compete. It's just not. Good show, BB. Good show. No, it's like keeping up with the Joneses and things like that. I can look at people's houses and think, oh, how nice. But it doesn't make me envious, and it doesn't make me want to have my house, like that. Some people aren't they? They have to have everything just so, and everything has to be perfect. And I'm just not like that at all. I would love my house to be a certain way, but it takes money to do it. But I don't want it to be a certain way just because I want it to look like anybody else's house. I would like it to be more boho, very. Oh, they are over here a lot. Like I think we discussed it the other week. When people are getting married, they want everything brand new. They want, the house has to be all coordinated. Nothing in my house is coordinated, and that's the way I like it. I like it to be oddball. Yeah. I like these like country type kitchens, where people have curtains instead of doors, and stuff. And the old fashioned, what they call like the butler's sink, I don't like these modern. I've got one now, like stainless steel and all that. I would love mine to be more quirky. Do you ever watch BL Cottage or whatever it is? Everything in hers is odd and different. And I do like her kitchen. I wish mine was like that. It won't ever be, so I'm not bothered, but I don't like all this grey and white and shiny and stuff. To me, it looks like an operating theatre. Have you watched Bealtine Cottage? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't like all that woodland. I mean, she loves all those trees. That would creep me out. All those trees creaking. I'd be thinking they're going to fall on the house. When the wind blows and they're waving about. No, there's too much woodland for me. But I do like a cottage. how quirky it is, and you know the way she's done her lounge, and nothing matches, and it's great. And the last homely house, yeah, that's the same. I love them patchwork curtains. I'm trying to persuade Val to make me some. Grey is, oh God, our house was grey. I hated it. I hate grey and I hate beige. I've covered up the carpet in here because the carpet in the front room's beige and I hate it. Can't afford a new one, so it'll have to. What, Bealtine Cottage shed? I don't like all that wood shed. It's too much woodland for me. Yeah, I want patchwork curtains. I love them. I mean, I've got blind here in the kitchen and I hate it. I don't mind nice trees, but her trees are just like overgrown, as if she's in the middle of a wood, you know. I don't like blinds. I've only got one blind in here. That's in this kitchen. If I had my way, I'd take it down and put a curtain up. I just don't like blinds at all. Oh, I've got a blind in the bathroom as well. My daughter-in-law wanted me to put a blinds up in my lounge, and my son said no. One thing that my mum will not have is a blind. I said they look like dentist waiting rooms to me. A crochet, well, one day maybe, one day maybe. Yeah, she likes it like that, doesn't she? Yeah. But I don't. That would worry me. That overgrown woodland. It's too messy to me. I don't mind trees, but I'd like, oh, clinical black. I hate them. And everybody has them, don't they? These vertical blinds, and they just look like office offices to me. Doctors' waiting rooms, dentists' waiting rooms, and offices. Why they put them in a house, I do not know. But I need to do something with those curtains in my bedroom because every time I draw them, they knock everything off me. I'm not trendy, baby. I'm definitely not trendy. I don't even like wood ones. The only ones I like are those louvered ones that you open the whole thing. You know what they call them? They're usually white and they open up all together. You know, they're like louvers. I wouldn't mind them. But no, they're not storm shutters. They're inside. They're made of very expensive. They're made of wood and they're like concertina, and you just open them. They're not on the outside. Outside are storm shutters. These are on the inside. They used to always have them in old-fashioned country houses, and that they didn't have curtains. They had these wooden things that used to shut. My friend bought like wooden Venetian blinds in her house, and she had them down all the time. Yeah, plantation shutters. That's the one. Yeah. She used to have these wooden shutters closed all the time, and I said to her, "It's depressing." She's, "Well, I don't want people looking in." I said, "Oh, for God's sake, yeah." Yeah, narrowboat, yeah. I watched another lady on a narrowboat. She does weaving, And she just wove this lovely sort of blanket, yeah. Yeah, I need to sort my curtain. I can't. It needs a new curtain pole across actually my bedroom, but I'm no good on a ladder. Sue is fine. She's going to come down and visit me when I get a bed. She said I'll sleep on the sofa. I said you'd have to at the minute. I've not got a bed. I just I'm not. Yeah, Mean Queen. She's brilliant, isn't she? She's got a sort of house that sort of like all bits and bats and everything. Yeah, I love it. That's the kind of house I like. Scruffy. Well, I don't know when she's coming down. I presume in the better weather. Yeah. I mean, I'm still in touch with her. I talk to her every week on the phone, you know. But she could never come down before because she's got two little dogs, you see. So she couldn't bring the two little dogs with her when we had the two dogs as well. So she can bring them now because I don't have any animals. So when we were moving in next door, he said to me, "They're not your dogs, are they?" And I went, "No." He said, "Oh, thank God for that." 2, 4, 6. I like that rug that Ali Lives Well for Less has got. Really bright, she's got in the kitchen. It's like a plasticky rug that's meant to be outside, but it's bright colours. I'd love that. In here's got like, oh, they want a good scrub actually. Got like cream coloured tiles, and I hate them. Oh, I don't want a dog, Denise. Too much blooming hassle. Yeah, they're nice to pat, and yeah, I loved my dog when I had it, but then I had a garden, and then I could walk it. There's too many things against me having any animals now. Yeah, I want a bright coloured rug in here because I don't like these beige. You know me and beige. Hate it, hate it. Beige is not a colour. Beige is something that you do when you can't think of a colour. 2, 4, 6. What do they call it? Greige. I watched the Crafty Nana, and she calls it greige. She always says she wouldn't have it in her wardrobe. No, I'm quite happy without a pet. 2, 4. They're nice. Do I miss Rosie? No. No, I don't miss her. It's quiet. She had her minutes. She was nice when she was good, but she used to bark all the bloody time. I'm making a shawl. It's just I'm using up a comb I had left over. I do not. After unpacking all my woolies and trying to put them away, I need more woolies like a hole in the head. Yeah, I was always the cool mum. We used to let the kids do whatever they wanted, but they had to tidy up before he came home. When my son was about 2 and he had all his toys all over the floor, my ex-husband actually said, put them all away. You should only be paying with 2. It makes a mess. Rosie, no, Rosie was the rescue dog. The Frenchie was quieter. Rosie had a trigger bark. She was very nervy and she used to bark at everything and everybody. Yeah, yeah. Why does he have to have all his toys out? Because he's a baby and he's playing. Put them all away and just give him 2. I thought, yeah, right. We used to have to put all the toys away before he came home from work. The Frenchie was Trixabelle. Thug. Trixabelle Thug, she was. She was only little, but boy, did she throw her weight round. She used to land on your knee like 10-ton Tessie. Boom. Yeah, Trixie used to sit all over me. She used to come sit with me. She wanted to be cuddled all the time, and the trouble was she was so heavy. She might have been little, but she weighed a ton. And when she used to make her bed on your legs, I used to have bruises at the top of my legs because she was so heavy. I tell you, Rottweilers were less trouble. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. I never did take to Trixie. I don't know why. I mean, I never hurt a dog. Don't get me wrong, but I just never took to her. Yeah, she was like over fond of them, is she? The difficult dogs. Nathan's got one. They're not easy to look after. They're very willful and all. They're very hard to train. They like all their own way. Try telling one no. It's like, you're talking to me? You're talking to me? They're like willful, naughty children, that don't, the kind of kid that they're very stubborn, very, very stubborn. They're like those kids, that all right, BB, good night. It's nice to see you. Yeah, they're like those naughty little children like you hate when you go out for a meal. The ones that their parents can't control. Well, that's a French bulldog. People look at you as if, can you not control your dog? No. I tell you, we had 2 Rottweilers and they were no trouble at all. That's a pug, isn't it? The narrowboat pirate. Frenchies are very similar to the pugs. She rescued Bonnie, didn't she? She'd only had her about 18 months. I think it's raining. I think that's what I can hear. Oh, my covers are out on the line as well. I'm not going to rescue them because I've not got a security light yet. No, pit bulls are illegal. You're not allowed to have pit bulls in England anymore. They've got a bad reputation, pit bulls. It's not the dog, it's the owner. Sadly, the wrong kind of people usually own a pit bull. There used to be one that lived, before they were illegal, there used to be one that lived near me. And the lad that owned it, he was a little thug. And he used to train it to be nasty to people. He trained it. They're the sweetest dogs if they get the right owner. But the trouble is, you see, they've got this reputation that they're like drug dealer dogs and things like that. They always say there's no such thing as a bad dog, it's a bad owner. I mean, some dogs are prone, aren't they? I mean, my friend had a dog that suddenly turned, bit her all her arm and everything. And she had to be put to sleep. And then the vet said, "Do you want an autopsy? Do you want to know why?" And it turned out she had a brain tumour. And that's why she'd snapped. I mean, she'd been an absolutely perfect dog before that. I mean, she really made a mess of my friend's arm. But there's something that you don't know, you see. What goes on in their little heads. I mean, I think she was a pit bull. She used to sit on my knee. And then my friend's husband rung me up one day and said, the dog had gone bonkers and bitten his wife. She had to have microsurgery on her arm. But it turned out, like I said, she had a brain tumour, the dog. That's why she'd suddenly turned. White dogs do tend to go. It's like white cats, isn't it? I don't know whether you ever remember Ollie. Ollie was a white cat. He went deaf. My Ollie. He used to lie in the middle of the road, that flipping cat. People used to knock on the door and say, "Your Ollie's in the middle of the road again." I used to have to go, and he wouldn't come. He wouldn't move. I used to have to pick him up, lift him out the middle of the road because he wouldn't move. People who lived in our street used to go round him because he just would lie there in the middle of the road. Stupid cat, too. But he was deaf, you see, and he didn't hear anything. Yeah, we had a mouse that had a tumour, brain tumour, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they do turn, but there's usually a physical reason. And the dog suddenly goes bonkers, yeah. Yeah, I need to get a security light for the back. I'll get one of those solar ones because it gets quite a bit of sun at the back here. I don't want one that's got to be wired up to electrics or anything. I used to have solar ones on the decking when I lived in Prestwich. They don't last long. They soon go, but at least, something else to order from Amazon. I've already got me and the Amazon man practically on first name terms now. And me and the every driver are. She's really nice though, the every driver. We have a good chat when she comes. My son always had big dogs until these two, yeah. He always had Rottweilers. I must admit, when he first got the Rottweilers, I was a bit scared of them, but they were absolutely soft as anything. I mean, Rosie, she was a sweet little thing, but it was just the barking. She was so nervous. We don't know why she was so nervous. She was scared of everything. Oh my goodness me. 2 millimeter hook. Ooh. Now I've got a bag of bits in the garage somewhere that I used to have in the lounge. I need to find that, and then I can have another go. Yeah, she was born in a compound though. She was never actually on the. Her mum was on the streets, um, but she was actually born in the compound. But she came from Romania. But maybe she got it from her mum. Like being nervous or whatever. But she was really, really poorly. She got parvo. The rest of the litter, there were 9 of them in the litter, and only 2 of them survived, her and her sister. Her mum died as well. So I don't know whether that's anything to do with it, because she was passed around from pillar to post to vets and everybody. They didn't think she was going to survive, but she did. Her and her sister survived out of 9. Trixie wasn't so bad. She only used to bark when Rosie barked. If Rosie went off on one, Trixie used to join in. But she didn't really bark on her own. Gigi used to bark sometimes, but he wasn't that barky, was he? Gigi, I can't remember him barking much. Now, Buster didn't like being left on his own. He used to bark. That's why I got him, because my son adopted him, first of all. But when my son had to go to work with my daughter-in-law, the neighbours used to complain because he used to bark all the time. But when I had him, he only barked. He didn't like the postman. But, he didn't bark because he was with me 9/10 of the time. And when I had him, he used to go to sleep when I went out, yeah. Yeah, Buster was part staffy. No, Buster used to go to sleep with me and everything. He was always with me, if you remember him. Yeah, you never know with dogs what goes on in their little brains, do you? If you remember, Buster used to sleep on the same chair as me. I used to be perched on the end of my recliner because Buster had most of it. I used to have Buster at the back of me on the recliner and Gigi on my knee. So I wonder if I could get any crocheting done. And I couldn't do any videos without Gigi on my knee. He used to go to sleep on my chest, if you remember. He used to curl up in the shawl and go to sleep. He was only ever happy when he was being nursed. There's one thing about round here, they're very dog friendly here, you know, the shops and everything. I mean, in Prestwich, you couldn't take your dog anywhere. But here, they let you take the dogs in the shops and everything. It's very dog friendly. Everybody's got at least, I mean, now where I'm living facing a park. Yeah, even in the grocery shops, they take the dogs, yeah. You remember Gigi, yeah. He was lovely. Yeah, I'm facing a park here. So there's dogs going past all day long. Yeah, I had a sling for Gigi. I used to put him on my chest when we went shopping. Even then, they didn't like me taking him in anywhere in Prestwich. I mean, I would never take a dog in a grocery shop, but it was just hygiene. Really, why I would never take a dog in grocery shop. I mean, in Prestwich, if I wanted anything, I used to stand at the door and tell them what I wanted, you know, if it was a bread shop or anything. I used to say, I've got the dog, I used to shout what I wanted and then give them the money. I wouldn't go in. Well, I suppose they have to clear it up, don't they? No, I used to wear Gigi when we went shopping because he was only tiny, if you remember. He was only a little thing. I couldn't have carried Buster in a carrier, could I? I never took Buster shopping though. If I did go in a shop when I was, taking on a dog walk, like I say, I used to stand at the door and tell people what I wanted. I used to say, I've got the dog. Can you just get me a loaf, please? I presume so. I don't know. I've never seen a dog poo and wee in a store, so I don't know. We've got a lot of people on the seafront, though, that don't clear up after the dogs. There's always something on Facebook about it. you know, why they don't pick it up. I've always picked up after my dog, except Buster, because he used to have a habit of going right down at the bottom of this hill like that. And it wasn't like anybody could walk down there. And he used to always go and poo halfway down this hill. I couldn't go down. But luckily there were no footpaths or anything. Nobody would be walking down there. I mean, obviously if he did it, you know, in the straight, I would pick up after him. Or if he did it somewhere accessible on the path. But when he did it halfway down this hill, the only time Buster ever weed anywhere was he weed in the vets. He was so nervous, he just weed all over the floor. So I asked for a mop. So she gave me a mop and bucket, so I cleaned up after him. She said, don't worry. She said, it's nerves. A lot of the dogs do it. I was all mortified. I thought, Buster, did you have to wee all over the vet's floor? Yeah, there'd probably be lots of dogs' scents and that, yeah. I think it was just nerves. He just had a huge... And then the funny thing was he'd gone in because he had trouble with his bladder. And he'd gone in for that. And the vet said, can you get a sample of his wee? I said, if you should have asked me 5 minutes earlier. The beach is not that near now. It's quite a run in my scooter to get to the beach, which is fine. I like that fine. I don't get the wind from the sea anymore. I don't get the crashing waves anymore. I used to think it would be nice to live by the sea until I moved next to it. Then I hated it. Oh, it's terrible, Chris. It's like rah, 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 every morning when you woke up. All I could hear was flipping seagulls. And when it was high tide, you could literally hear the waves crashing, crashing all the time. And the wind was appalling. I think that's why it was so cold, because of the wind. I'm about maybe a half mile away from the sea here. I mean, we've got seagulls. There was two having a fight in my back garden before. They are so raucous, seagulls, especially when it's mating time and they have the babies. Oh, God, are they ever so noisy then? Hi, Sean. That means you'll be up all night now. You'll be wide awake. I fell asleep. I was watching The Good Ship Murder. I fell asleep in the middle of that, so I missed a lot of that. And then I fell asleep in the middle of what else was on? Oh, uh, Murder in Paradise or something, Death in Paradise. It didn't attract me at all, Seaside. They told me that I wanted to live there, but I never did. I like sea when there's rocks and scenery. I don't like sea when it's just flat sea, nothing to look at, just the waves coming in, the waves going out again. I like sea when it's like somewhere like in Cornwall or Devon where there's like cliffs or, some kind of boats and harbours and things, to look at. I don't like sea when it's just sea. No boats, no anything, just sea. I like picturesque sea, like you get in the Mediterranean, where there's lovely sailing boats and the sea's blue, lovely. Not when it looks like sludge, yeah. Yeah, especially at mating time when they go bonkers shown, yeah. And then the babies start squawking, yeah. Fleetwood was just concrete. There's nothing to look at. Here I'm facing a park and the house across the road from me has got loads of trees and everything in the garden. It's very green when I'm looking out the door. Not my garden, because my garden's bleak, but at least I've got something to look at. I used to hate going up that seafront, miles and miles of concrete with nothing to look at. All of the sea. And you used to get covered in sea spray and lashed. I used to be wearing a woolly hat in the summer because the wind from the sea was like going into my ears. I went out today with just a little jacket on. One of my little embroidered jackets on. I went out today instead of my big anorak and my hat. My cupboard's arrived, but it's in pieces, Dottie. I'm waiting for my friend's husband when he's not working at the weekend. Yeah, I like to see boats. I like to see the harbour. Yeah, the Irish Sea, I think it was, yeah. It was a very cold, dirty sea. No, I mean, the fishing boats all stopped in Fleetwood. There's only, I think there's 4 tiny fishing boats that live in Fleetwood now. But the big boats don't. And the ferry stopped. Ferry goes from Heysham now. It doesn't go from Fleetwood anymore. It used to be a big fishing industry in the past. I mean, I remember Fleetwood when I was a kid. Being fishing boats. And it's not bad if you go to the marina at Affinity. You can see little boats there. But they're weekend sailors, so unless you go on a nice day at weekend, you don't see any of them sailing. When I thought of seaside, I thought that's what I had in mind in my head. Somewhere like St Ives or somewhere where it's pretty. Who's sending me messages? Oh, let's have a look. My friend in Spain saying. A friend in Spain. Can't type. Sunseeker Hell, don't idiots from all the pubs. Oh, we have a load of them around here. What have I got here? Arriving tomorrow. My scrubbing brush is arriving tomorrow. And my Vanish foam to clean those cushions. Oh. Yuck. Somebody breaking open an Easter egg. It looks awful. Ugh. No, thank you. Oh, that reminds me, I bought some chocolate. Can't remember what I bought now. Oh, here we go. Here we go, we'll be back. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Every picture tells a story, and mine's telling a tale. What did I get? Oh, Galaxy Smooth Caramel. I got. Oh, I should have put my. Oh, I should have put my thing back in the microwave. My heat pad. Got my little trusty heat pad. Put it in the microwave. Oh. Oh. And that's what I've bought, that I've got to wash. Little pots with lids. Put my dry goods in. Oh. And I've got 6 of these. Put my cereals in. They come with different coloured lids. I've got to wash them all though. Well, they come quite late actually. Oh. The Amazon man came late. So I didn't have time to wash them before my tea. Open the ocean, no boats, no people. Oh. No, that's my idea of boring. That's what I got. Galaxy. Smooth chocolate. Oh, you're back again. The dog's been walked, yeah. Yeah, they're expensive, but I watch a lady in Israel, she's called Crochet Objet, and her kitchen, oh, she's so organised with her kitchen. And she's got, oh, it's all smashed up. And she's got everything in glass containers like that. And I thought, well, I can't have everything. I mean, we don't have, well, I've not seen any mice here, but I don't want to tempt mice by having open packages in my cupboard. So I want to put all my dry goods, you know, like my sugars and flour and oats and things, I want to put them in containers. It's quite nice, but it's quite, I won't say sickly. I don't think I could eat much of it. very sweet galaxy. Yeah, I've got rice and sugar, brown sugar I've got. I've got some pasta, although I don't really like pasta. But I like tuna pasta bake. Mm-hmm. It's got caramel inside it, and I've got it down my chin now. I'm a bit allergic to dairy. Not massively so. All right, okay. I know you finished. Oh, oh dear gosh. You don't usually see me this bad, do you? Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. I'm like a doddery old lady. Oh, oh dear, dear. Oh, oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, my back's not usually too bad, but you know, with all this moving and stuff, I'm doing too much. Because obviously I've been told I should never lift anything heavy because of the rod and pins. But of course, when you move and you're on your own, you have to do these things. Because there is no knight in shining armour coming to my rescue. And I don't know any nice big honky men. Well, I do, but they're not available to come and shift anything for me. This is why it's taking me so long to get straight. When I was younger, of course, you'd just... I move heavy stuff and I shouldn't. And then I wonder why my back... I got in bed last night. Oh, dear God, I could not get comfortable. It'll get done, Jackie, in time. It'll get done. I mean, when last time I moved, I was 4 years younger. And it does make a difference. Well, I couldn't eat much of that chocolate. It's too sweet. Oh, it really is sweet. That is it now. I can't eat no more of that. Any more of that, correction. I don't know what there is about Galaxy, but it's very sickly, isn't it? I don't know whether you've ever noticed it. I'd thought about it, Mimi, but hopefully so far I don't need it yet. As long as I take my I mean, it was mostly the dogs I used to fall over. I used to dive in between my legs and I used to fall when I was trying to avoid them. They didn't actually trip me up, but I used to be off balance because I was avoiding them. Yeah, it's not as nice as Cadbury's, is it, Shan? It's very sickly. I can't eat any more of that. I've only eaten 2 pieces. Oh, that will last me a while. Yeah, I don't want one of them, Key says. We had one at the other bungalow, but we took it off. I don't know why, I just don't like them. I wouldn't feel safe with one in case anybody knew the combination or worked it out. In actual fact, my next door neighbour, they used to have the key because the man who lived here before me was 90. Send it to you, what the galaxy. Yeah, I want to do things quicker. I want to get it all sorted and I want it to look lovely in here, and you've just got to learn that it just won't happen. Now, I don't know why, I just don't trust them key safe pads. I just don't like them. No, like I said, next door used to have the key for the guy who lived here because he was 90. Or even saying, you should give your key to somebody. And I'm like, why? He said, well, in case you lock yourself out. I thought, I've never locked myself out yet. In 50 odd years of living on my own. Sunbathing in the rain. A book about depression that's very uplifting. Really? That sounds a bit of an oxymoron. I'm trying to read Richard Cole's book at the moment. I can't get into it. What's he called? Murder in the Vestry or something. It's supposed to be good, but I'm still trying to get my way in it. You know, some books takes you ages to get into them, doesn't it? I mean, I'm about halfway through it and I'm still not really into it. The only time we ever got locked out of the house was when I was still with my husband. And would you believe we'd been to Mallorca and we each thought the other one had got a key. So we came back from Mallorca and it was like the middle of the night. Nobody had a key. We had to open we had all windows in those days and one of them opened. It was only a little tiny window. And we had to push my son through this window and he's like, I don't want to do it because he was only little. We had to push him through and teach him how to open. It was a Yale lock, you know, the old Yale lock on the door. I mean, he was so little, he was barely tall enough to open the Yale lock on the door. That's the only time we've ever been locked out. Oh, that heat pad is hot. Too hot, really. 2, 4, 6, 9, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, I need to program my Kindle. You know, I tell you, I've changed providers. And it said I need to put the code in. I think it's the code that's on the back of your whatever it is, your monetary thing here. So I can't read. I can read the Kindle that's in my library on it, but I can't like listen to YouTube. I used to listen to the stories on YouTube when I was falling asleep, but I can't at the minute because I haven't put the code in. Next time my friend comes down, I'll ask her. She knows all about these things. At least my telly works with the... No, I haven't even joined the library yet. No, I usually buy Kindle books. They started being a bit funny though on Amazon. You used to be able to get loads of free ones or some for about 99 pence. But now they want you to join that Kindle Unlimited. And of course, it's so much a month, and everything's so much a month these days. I mean, it's like the other week I thought I'll get, what did I want? Oh, the editing kind of thing for photographs. And at one time you used to buy a thing, didn't you? Plug it into your computer and download it, and then it was it. But now you've got to pay so much a month for it. I don't want it. I don't use it that much. I don't want to pay $9.99 a month, just to alter photographs now and again. Yeah. It used to be all free, but every time you get Windows and it's an upgrade, they take less and less and less. When I first got my computer and it was Windows whatever, probably 9 or 10 or something, and you used to have this wonderful editing thing. You used to be able to edit videos on it and edit photographs and everything. And of course, now, you have to pay $9.99 a month. I mean, at one time, you used to buy a disc, didn't you, and put it on. It annoys me. I watch a series or something and you think, oh, I really enjoyed that. I'll watch the next series. Oh, the next series is on something that you have to subscribe to. And I'm like, oh, stop it. And I'm certainly not paying for Sky. I don't watch films. I don't want to. And my friend who has films, like, she said it's all repeats. It's like stuff like that. I used to watch, what was it called? Harry or something. It was Jane Seymour. And I watched the first series and I thought, oh, I really like this. And the second series was one of them. Did I get my jobs done? Have I yet? No, Nathan. I've got some of them done, but not many. It's slow going. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, I used to watch what she called Rambling Randy's something or other. And she's all into zombies and vampires, and she writes books, doesn't she, about them? And then there was Alt Knots. She's into all this gothy stuff and that. Yeah, I think it's Acorn or something. I have to have the other. Yeah, you used to be able to share like your Netflix and stuff like that. But now you can't. I'm not on it anyway. I'm not on Netflix. I can't be bothered. If you watch a lot of films, I think, but I don't. I never watched films before. I just never go to the cinema. I once got told I looked like Nerry Hughes when she used to do that. Years and years ago, she used to do like a district nurse thing. And I got told I used to look, well, I had dark hair then, and the hair was much thicker. I never really got into Doc Martin. I used to like him in Men Behaving Badly. But I don't know what there was about Doc Martin. I never really. Yeah, Men Behaving Badly, it was called. I used to like him in that. He used to be with Neil. No, I don't like any of them soaps and stuff. I never did like Emmerdale and all that. Heartbeat and all that stuff. I don't know. I'm just not into. She said she's going to do more now after she said she wasn't going to do more. Now she says she is. In Vera, yeah. Acorn TV always reminds me of Acorn Antiques. Oh, Where the Heart is Nourished, yeah. Is that what it was called? I used to watch series when they were interesting. I used to like Coroner, but that's going to be on something else, yeah. Yeah, I saw it on Facebook saying she's going to do some more after she said she'd retired. All the good things like it's like Endeavour and Morse and that. I'm sick to death of seeing repeats. Every time I see Vera and I look and I think, seen it twice. You could practically quote the dialogue, couldn't you? Same with Only Fools and Horses. I've seen it that many times, it's not funny anymore. Yeah, Kenny. But I very rarely watch terrestrial TV now because it's all repeats. There's never anything new on. Why we pay our licence fee, I don't know. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to change my address. Yeah, call the midwife's about the only thing that's on that's decent at the minute. And it wasn't on last week, was it? Because I'm flipping BAFTA awards or something that nobody watches. I don't watch EastEnders or Coronation Street or anything like that. And I certainly don't watch all that reality stuff. You look at Saturday night telly and what is there on? Nothing. It's like that song, isn't it? 49 channels and there's nothing on. Throw your shoe at it, yeah. I used to watch EastEnders when Den and Angie were in it, but after they left, I don't watch it. And Coronation Street, I mean, the plot lines are pathetic. Oh, Ab Fab. I like Ab Fab, yeah. Yeah, you look at what's on the telly and it's like repeats, repeats, really old things, repeats, repeats. They'll be bringing Mac Tenko in a bit, won't they? I don't like a lot of the new ones. There are too, a lot of the drama things. I don't like the ones that go on over about a week. And you're like, well, what happens if I go away, go out, and I miss one? I have to go on to ITVX to try and find it, to finish up watching it. I just don't like them. They start on a Monday and they go on till Thursday. And I'm like, no. Well, it's like, I used to like watching like Poirot and all that. Oh, yeah, Water Aid and all that. And that's for humour. I mean, people are so PC these days. They're not allowed to say this, not allowed to say that. That it's not funny anymore. Yeah, Miss Marple, Poirot. I've watched them all, and you can't. Miss Marple, I've seen them all. Poirot, seen them all. I don't mean once or twice. I mean, I've seen them all, seen them all, seen them all. It's like you look and it's like Miss Marple, I've seen it. Vera, seen it. Poirot, seen it. Endeavour, seen it. Morse, seen it. But comedy, it's just not funny anymore now. Frasier, yeah, I've seen them all. It's just, I don't know. I mean, maybe because I'm British, maybe that's because I don't get American humour a lot of the time. I used to get Cheers and I used to get Frasier, yeah. Yeah, Midsummer Murders. Again, I've seen all of them. But every time they put this is a new series, they do about 3 2-hour ones and then that's it. It's done. Yeah, I get sick of that political correctness. You're not allowed to say this. The only American one I sort of find funny is Etta May. She's like a overweight housewife with a headscarf on, talking about her kids and her husband, yeah. Oh, no, I'm just, I never liked Ken Dodd. I just didn't. Oh, Last Tango in Halifax, yeah. I've never heard of them, Jackie. Never heard of either of them. Yeah, Sarah Lancashire, yeah. At least Sheridan Smith. Oh God, there was a spate where Sheridan Smith was on everything, wasn't there? Oh, Ladies of Letters. Yeah, that was funny. They were good actresses, weren't they? In Ladies of Letters. Yeah, I just kind of don't get American humour. No, I don't find that funny, Dottie. When he used to prance about waving that stick thing, how tickled I am, and he's thinking, I'm not tickled. I don't find you funny. Yeah, I get what but I don't find it funny. I wouldn't even raise a smile with me. I know what he's trying to say, but I still don't find it funny. It's like Benny Hill. I never found him funny either. I found him like a creepy old man, leering after women. No, I hated Benny Hill. Oh, really don't like him. I never liked Charlie Drake either. Found him to be creepy. And Freddie Starr, he was creepy. Oh, Peter Kay's funny, yeah. I don't like the ones who are just like rude and they rely on bad language just to. My dad found Benny Hill hilarious, and I can't stand it. He was just leering after girls, going. When he used to have that beret on and them glasses, and I used to think, oh God, that's awful. That's like total pervert. Now you see, Peter Kay doesn't resort to bad language, yeah. Nah, I can't laugh at that, Dottie. But do you find that funny, Munchkin? I don't find it funny. That's like, groan. There's a lot of the modern comedians. I never could stand Bernard Manning either. I know what you were saying, Dottie, but I don't find it funny. It does not tickle my funny bone. Yeah, Munchkin might have liked it, but I didn't. I just didn't like Ken Dodd, end of story. And I didn't find him funny. I've never actually heard about that. No, I never liked Jerry Seinfeld either. Or Monk, yeah. Yeah, Monk was aired in England. I used to like that, and I used to like the one that where he pretended he was psychic. I think it was called Psych. No, I've never found Seinfeld funny. Oh, I didn't see what you'd written. Oh, I'm getting tired now. I won't be staying on as long as I did do last time. I missed what he said, Munchkin, so I must have been looking down at my crochet. Yeah, but not today. I'm tired and I'm in pain today, Dottie, so I won't be on till 1 o'clock tonight. Oh, good night, Seaside. Yeah, I'll be going tonight. I'm not staying on till 1 o'clock tonight. So Lydia will miss me tonight because she came on. She always comes on after midnight. When I'm just going off, she comes on. No, I'll be wanting my bed tonight. No, Lydia always comes on just as I'm going out. She goes shopping apparently because it's afternoon where she is. So when she comes back from shopping, she comes on. And as she comes on, I'm usually going off. And I said to her, I'm not doing it on purpose, Lydia, but so she was able to stay on last time because I stayed on till 1 o'clock. But I ain't doing it tonight, mates. Tired. Yeah, she goes and does all the shopping first. What have I got planned for next week? Well, knit club if it's not pouring down on Monday. Tuesday, what have I got to do Tuesday? I've got to do something Tuesday and I can't remember what. Can't remember. I think it's go to the bank and change my address, and I've got to change my address with, some I can do online, some I can't. I've got to do my TV licence. I've got to do my pensions, and I mean, if you ring up, you've got this music, haven't you, for blooming ages. When I rang the water board, it was when I didn't have any internet. And all it kept saying was, you can do all this online, da 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 da. I'm like, no, I don't have any internet. I can't do it online. Oh, in England, we have to have a TV licence to watch the telly, even though we may not watch it. We've still got to have one. It's ridiculous. It's £100 and something a year. Gosh, I was nearly gone to sleep then. I was nearly blanking. You can't opt out. No. You have a heck of a job proving that you're not watching it live. You know, if you've only got, well, I hope so. Because I barely ever watch. I think on BBC, I think the only thing I watch is Call the Midwife. Oh, they'll still have you every which way, Dotty. Believe me. I'm going to sleep. I can feel myself going. To do iPlay, to ask you, have you got a TV licence? You know, to do catch up on BBC. It says, have you got a TV licence? Yeah, I watch YouTube more than anything. There's no on telly. Yeah, many sort of don't pay it either. All these do not understand people, you know what I mean? Yeah, iPlayer and that. You've got to have a TV licence to watch that. Oh boy, I'm going. I'm blanking out now. Yeah, I finish this row and then I'm going to go because I can feel myself. I keep going. You might not realise it, but I keep going for a couple of seconds. I think it's because I've had chocolate. Whenever I've had a bit of chocolate, I go to sleep. I don't know what there is. It's probably my sugar rises, my blood sugar. I've not been having chocolate recently, as you probably noticed. But today I bought some. But I've only eaten 2 pieces and I'm all falling asleep. Right, I've finished my roll now. I've got a bit more. It's this never-ending cone. This call is never ending. I think Denise said the same thing, didn't she? Denise had a grey call and she's been crocheting it, knitting it, crocheting it. She's still got it. She said it's never ending. This is never ending. Right, people, I'm going to go. Thank you all for your company. I'm going before I actually fall asleep on you because I'm in danger of doing that any moment now. So I will say good night and I will make my bedtime drink. Probably Horlicks or something. You're a bit late, Enid. I'm just going now. There's always one in there. It's usually Lydia and now it's Enid. Sorry, Enid. I'm going now. Yeah, good night, Val. I'm tired tonight, yeah. Okay. Bye now.